Have you ever wondered why you take the same route to work every day? Why you instinctively reach for your phone the moment you wake up? Or why you react a certain way in stressful situations without even thinking about it? Did you? Well, the answer lies in something fascinating. Your brain is wired with some patterns. These patterns shape everything you do in life, from how you brush your teeth to how you handle conflicts at work. But here's the real question. Are these patterns helping you or holding you back? Today, we are going to dive deep into how your brain creates and follows these patterns, often without you realizing it, by the way. And most importantly, how you can break from the ones that no longer serves you. Your brain is an efficiency machine, remember. It doesn't like to waste energy thinking about every little decision. So what it does? It creates shortcuts called neural pathways that allows you to perform tasks on autopilot. Take driving for instance. When you first learned to drive, every action required focus. Pressing the gear, pedal, checking the mirrors, switching lanes. But over time, your brain built a pattern and now you don't even think about it. You just drive. This is great for basic habits, but here's where it gets tricky. Your brain does the same thing with emotional responses and behaviors as well. Ever noticed how some people always react to criticism with defensiveness? Or why you might always procrastinate on certain tasks? These are patterns too. The more you repeat them, the stronger the neural pathway becomes, until it becomes your default response. But what if those patterns are keeping you stuck? What if they are making decisions for you without you even realizing it? Neuroscience tells us that every time you repeat a behavior, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with it, like carving a deeper groove in a dirt road. But here is the good thing. Your brain is not fixed. It's constantly rewiring itself, a concept called neuroplasticity. Think of it this way. Imagine hiking through a dense forest. The first time you take a new path, it's difficult. You have to push through branches, clear obstacles. But the more you walk that path, the easier it becomes. Until eventually, it's the new natural route. The same thing happens in your brain as well. If you want to change a habit, a reaction, or even the way you think about yourself, you need to build a new pathway. And that takes conscious effort. For example, studies show that when people who are naturally pessimistic start intentionally practicing gratitude every day, their brain activity literally changes. They begin to see opportunities where they once saw obstacles. The same applies to confidence, stress management, even breaking bad habits. So how do you start rewiring your brain? Here is a simple exercise. The next time you catch yourself reacting in a way you wish you didn't, whether it's snapping at someone, procrastinating, or doubting yourself, pause and ask, is this my automatic pattern talking? Just that moment of awareness disrupts the old neural pathways and starts carving a new one. Believe me. Then replace the old response with a new one. If your default is self-doubt, choose to say something encouraging to yourself instead. If your pattern is avoiding tough conversation, take a small step towards having one. It won't feel natural at first because your brain is still used to the old route. But the more you repeat the new behavior, the stronger that neural pathway becomes. Until one day, it's your new default. Your brain is very powerful, but it doesn't have to be running the show for you. You should have the complete ability to choose which patterns you strengthen and which ones you let go. So the next time you catch yourself in a familiar loop, remember, that's not just who you are. It's just a well-worn neural pathway maybe. And the best part, you can create a new one starting today. If this has sparkled your interest, something you want to try out, experiment with rewiring just one habit this week. You might be surprised at what happens when you take the wheel back from your brain. Thanks for listening. And remember, your brain is your greatest tool, but only if you learn how to use it intentionally. See you in the next podcast of Inner Compass. Till then, keep rewiring your brain and goodbye.